Okay, our next item is a 2017 MS70 PSW first day of issue, limited edition, Silver Eagle complete mint set. And I know that this is the one that you're like, there's no way this is even gonna last.
Complete, total, utter, immediate sellout on this, folks. Yeah. So I told you the story about how they found that the United States Mint had made coins at other mints. In 2015, they made them at the Philadelphia Mint. They made them at the West Point Mint. In 2016, they made them at the West Point Mint, the Philadelphia Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. While they made 1 million coins, so they say, at the Philadelphia Mint, not a single one of those coins has been discovered yet. Not one. Not one. Okay? It's actually 1.15 million. Not one has been discovered. San Francisco Mint, I think they did 1.4 million. So, let's move to 2017. They did Philadelphia Mint, West Point Mint, San Francisco Mint. They did 1 million coins at the Philadelphia Mint and like 1.05 million at the San Francisco Mint. So here's what you've got. I've got the entire 2017 set here in Mint State 70. I have got what is quite literally the second and third rarest Mint State American Silver Eagles that have ever been done that are in this set. The Philadelphia Mint and the San Francisco Mint that we have from 2017. And that is by mintage. That's not even what's been discovered, which is even a tiny fraction of this. And since they're 2017s, I was able to get first days of issue, okay? I have of these, and while I set the edition at 2017, I have 500 sets, and I don't know that I'll ever be able to get any more because the Philadelphia minted boxes have disappeared. They simply just don't exist anywhere in there. So from a standpoint of collectability, desirability, and so on and so forth. The P and the S mints here, I have to put these into perspective. So you're basically $110 a piece. Let's value the box at $29.95. So you're basically 110 bucks. The rarest Mint State American Silver Eagle, okay, the rarest one, which is gonna be the 2015, I just sold it.
Right.
$4,599. That's the rarest one.
Right.
Then you've got this one. Then you've got this one, and then the next rarest that you have out here is going to be the 1996, basically the 1996 American Silver Eagle, which in Mint State 70 is about a $6,000 coin. Wow. So you've got a $4,500 coin, a $6,000 coin, and then these two for 110 bucks a piece.
Oh my goodness.
Not to mention the regular West Point minted coin. So when you look at this and realize that the United States government has really never made these at 3 mints, they didn't want to disclose this in any way, shape, or form. This was a huge secret. They were forced to. Literally, by the Freedom of Information Act, is the only way that we even know that these coins exist. I'm out there in the marketplace aggressively buying these, and the Philadelphia minted coins, I think, are gone. And while they say they made 1 million of them, which makes it the second rarest Mint State American Silver Eagle ever made by the United States government, because it's rarer than all the prior S mints, okay, it's rarer than anything but that Philadelphia minted coin from 2015.
Right.
I believe the entire population of those is going to run to about 25 or 30 boxes, which is 15 to maybe 20,000 coins.
That's so
okay,
few.
At the most. So now when you look at this, okay, now when you look at this, you begin to understand already. But because I was able to get in on the front end of this, all right, I can offer this to you. I should just be doing this for $349. I'm sorry, that's the West Point Mint. I grabbed the wrong one. I should have my glasses on. This should be $349 because the rarest one over here, the 2015, is $4,500.
Right.
The 1996, the third rarest one over here, is about $6 grand. Or you have this one, should be at $349, but instead, I'm gonna put actually one that's actually now rarer than the 95, this S Mint right in here, and we're still gonna include that for $349, and we're gonna give you the West Point Mint as well. So you have 2 of the 5 rarest American-proof Silver Eagles in absolutely perfect Mint State 70 condition, and you get all 3 of them for $349, and I'm gonna put it in a red oak presentation box.
Yeah, I mean, and I can tell you, working with Mike for the 9 years I've been here, and of course he's been for 20 years, this is the level of excitement that Mike gets when you know, something's incredible. By the way, the price is $349.95. That's the price today. I'm telling you, that's the price today. When we have something that's a limited edition like this, it is brand new, $559,136, right? That's the price today.
That's the price today. Okay.
I know that's important.
And here's the thing. I would just as soon spend the rest of this entire hour on this show as our customers would, as you see what they're calling in and buying at this point.
These are flying out the door. I don't even know if they'll make it to the 7 p.m. show.
Well, I have 500, so they might, but they might not.
They might not.
We've got many.
That's happened before.
It has happened before.
Right.
It has happened before. Sometimes there is, you don't get to sleep in.
You're right. Right.
On the coin show. So let me reiterate what we've got here and why this is such a huge deal from a numismatic standpoint. The United States government did everything in their power to cover up the fact that they've been making American silver eagles at different mints. Okay, other than the West Point Mint, which has made the American silver eagle for
because everybody associated with the West Point Mint.
Right,
it was like a done deal, a given. It's like what that's
they make all the mint state coins.
Yeah.
In 2011, 12, 13, and 14, they made it at the San Francisco Mint, and they marked those boxes. And we still sell those, and they're one of the single most popular coins.
Right.
And they made millions of those coins at San Francisco. Still rarer than the West Point, but very cool, because they have to be certified.
Right, but they admitted that.
Right, they admitted that one.
Right.
And in 2015, for some unknown reason, they decided to keep it secret. I have absolutely, positively no idea why they wanted to keep it secret, but they did. And like I said, the grading services were starting to catch on because each different mint really has different characteristics, if you will. They have different things that set them apart, in essence. And they were going, this looks different, that looks different. And so a numismatic investigative journalist, of which there's one or maybe two, decides to investigate.
Or maybe somebody working at a grading company was like a whistleblower, like, wait a minute, this is something not right about that.
Well, no, it was public knowledge. We just didn't understand why. So they, through the Freedom of Information Act, request the United States government produce documents that say where they made silver eagles. And they said, yes, we have made them at other places. We're caught. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
Now, through that same Freedom of Information Act, will you please tell us how many you made? Yes, we will do that because we're required by law. Okay, now will you tell us which ones that you made there? What are the serial numbers of the boxes?
Ooh.
And they had to produce that information as well. So now we know that they made 79,000 silver eagles at the Philadelphia Mint in 2015. No San Francisco mints, everything else at the West Point Mint. In 2016, they made like 1.157 million silver eagles at the Philadelphia Mint, and I think 1 million San Franciscos or 1.2 million San Franciscos, something like that. And then in 2017, they made 1 million at the Philadelphia Mint. Okay, 1 million at the Philadelphia Mint, and then I think they made right about that at the San Francisco Mint. So like I said, making this the second and third rarest mint state silver eagles ever done by the United States government. That's what those two coins are. And we were able to find some of those, and we were able to find them based on their serial numbers. We know the first 30 day of mintage, hence we can do first day of issue. Okay, you can see almost a difference in the coins. See how this coin actually kind of, see the Philadelphia Mint coin out here on the end? Is that Philly right there? Now that's San Francisco. You can see it looks a little different. And so you can understand what we're thinking about, what we're seeing when we do this, okay?
Yeah.
So we were able to get some of these coins and have them certified Mint State 70.
Okay.
It's an absolutely spectacular opportunity for you to own these. And the key is so I was in early, we got them right, and I can sell them to you right.
This is San Francisco. I'm like looking where it is, that little P there.
Yeah.
And that little, I was like, how is he knowing? There's the West Point, there's a P for Philadelphia, and then right there's the S for San Francisco. So that's how you tell.
And that's how you tell. Now the thing is these are the Mint State 70s.
Because I don't have my glasses on either.
That's right,
so that took me a minute.
So these are the Mint State 70s, folks, and this is a huge deal. You get the entire set.
All
so
of
they
them.
made them from all three mints, and you have them in Mint State 70.
And this is in the red oak presentation box.
Red oak presentation box is spectacular. It off. Yeah. Look at that. So you get the entire set. The rarity of these, like I said, I could quite easily take, where's the Philadelphia? I could quite easily, based on rarity,
just do that one.
Just do this one at $349.
Because the Philadelphia one is the one that's like,
and I would guess at some point it may end up at that level. Okay, it may end up at that mint state.
And these are perfect.
These are perfect 70s. Okay?
And I love that I'm learning like one step down to 69. It's like, it's not like, you know, like playing the piano, one key down.
Right.
It's more like a cliff.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know,
that's exactly what it is. It's exactly like a numismatic cliff. We'll go with that.
Well, I'm sort of.
I like that. Yeah,
is
no,
that
I like
okay?
that.
Sorry.
And so once again,
I'm just trying to understand it because this is a big deal that they're all perfect as well, is what I'm saying.
It is. It's a huge deal that they're all perfect, and you can see they're just almost slightly different, and so we know that they're made at
That's
different
incredible.
mints.
There's people out there that can look at them and know the difference just which mint just by looking at them. That's incredible to me.
That's what they do for a living, you know, and that's the amazing part. So what you do is you have the complete set in Mint State 70, which is absolutely huge, okay?
Yes.
This is the same thing. These coins are worth so much more that, and keep in mind, most of the 2017s, and the mintage on these, just even the W mint, is way down from last year, 16, 15, 14, and 13. And so what you're looking at here is the Philadelphia minted coins. Of the 2016s, none exist that I know of at this point. The 2015s in this condition, $4,500 to $12,000. I think we got probably the best price going at $4,599, and we just sold some not that long ago at the Philadelphia Mint. That's going to be this coin from 2015. So after that coin, in terms of mint state American Silver Eagles, in terms of rarity, you've got the 2015.
Okay.
Then you've got this coin.
All right.
Then you've basically got this coin.
Okay.
Then you've got like the 1996 American Silver Eagle, which in Mint State 70 is about a $4,000 or $5,000 or $6,000 coin.
Whoa.
Somewhere right around in there. So you got like number 2 and number 3 right here.
Right. This is
not
like
for $4,000 or $6,000, but for basically $110. Okay, with the W mint, that's going to be, I'm sorry, these two right here, with the W mint, and you get that entire thing at $349. Now,
it's like an entire collection. Like you could have no coins and then buy this and have like one of the best collections of anybody you've ever met.
That's exactly right in terms of rarity. And it's a collection that literally until 30 days ago we did not even know existed. Unfortunately, the United States Mint, I don't think they're making any more for the rest of this year. They're not making any more in Philadelphia or San Francisco. They only did that at the very beginning of the year.
Who decides what they make when they make it? Is it a committee of people or is it one person?
No, that would be the mint director. But what happens with that is, you know, at the very beginning of the year is when all the requests are. Like, so that's when we do our today's special value, and I order 300,000 American Silver Eagles. Well, there's people that do that. So the original order right out of the chute for the government for Silver Eagles is like 500,000 coins, or I'm sorry, 5 million coins. So they have to get them made right away by like January the 4th, and so they need help. But they've never done this before at both the Philadelphia Mint, San Francisco Mint, and West Point Mint. It is a spectacular opportunity to own the trio. Folks, my very first time offering this balance of these will sell out in the primetime show.
For sure. 559-136. And I do want to mention HSN cardholders actually get a flex payment, which means you put down half the money. We send you the coins, and then next month you pay the other half, and that was $174.98. We've never done this before. HSN cardholders get an extra flex payment on everything in the show. And by the way, we don't have a lot of these. The 7 p.m. show in prime time, this is going to be quick, and they're going to be gone.
Yeah.
So we're going to